Hello everyone. Welcome to SCI-EASE. We have read about the modern periodic table in the last video. I told you about the groups, periods, who discovered the modern periodic table, all about that we know. Okay. Now in this video, we will study about the properties of the elements present in the periodic table. In fact, we will study the trends in the periodic table. What do you mean by trend? Trend is also the property, but how that property increases along the period from left to right, or it increases or decreases from top to bottom in a group. ओके जब हम बात करते हैं पीरियड की कि ये वाली प्रॉपर्टी कैसे इंक्रीज हुई, तो हम क्या लाइन यूज करेंगे? फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट इन अ पीरियड. एंड व्हेन वी विल स्टडी अबाउट दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रॉपर्टी इन अ ग्रुप, वी विल यूज फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम इन अ ग्रुप. So in this video, we will study about the valency. So what is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of an element, or you can say that valency is the number of the electrons lost or gained during the chemical reaction. So valency is the number of the electrons lost or gained during the chemical reaction. Now, I will tell you about the valence electrons. What do you mean by valence electrons? Valence electrons are the electrons present in the valence shell, or the electrons present in the outermost shell. You know that those electrons which are present in the outermost shell, they take part in a chemical reaction. जो बाकी अंदर है electrons, they will not take part in a chemical reaction. Only the valence electrons which are present in the outermost shell, they will take part in a chemical reaction. First, I will tell you about the number of the elements present in periods, in these 7 periods. So first one, in the first period, there are only 2 elements, hydrogen and helium. So first period, we have only 2 elements. In the second period, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? 8 elements. In third period, again we have 8 elements. In fourth period, fourth period we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay? In fourth period, we have 18 elements. In fifth period also, we have 18 elements. In sixth period, I have told you that 14 elements, they are present. 14 elements are present in the F block elements, which are lanthanoids and actinoid series. Okay? So they are also included in this. Okay? So the elements after this 57, there are 14 elements more. So 14 plus 18, that will be 32. So in sixth period, there are 32 elements. Now come to seventh period. Again, I have told you that actinoids, they are also there after this. But there are only 118 elements discovered till date. So this shell, that is incomplete. It should have otherwise 32 elements. But as some of the elements are to be discovered in future, so it has lesser number of the elements than 32. Maximum जो इसमें भी आ सकते हैं elements इस period में, वो 32 ही होंगे. Okay. Now, so you know about the number of the elements which are present in the 7 periods. I have told you that there are 18 groups. We will talk about first and second group, that is S block elements, and 13 to 18 groups, that is P block elements. We will not talk about 3rd to 12th groups. This you will study in your higher classes. Okay, D block elements, that you will study in higher classes. Okay. So, come to the first group. How many elements? How many elements are there? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. When you write the electronic configuration of hydrogen, what is the electronic configuration of hydrogen? It is 1s1. Okay? This means there is one electron present in the outermost shell. This is 3 atomic number. So, its configuration, that is 1s2, 2s1. Again, it has one electron in its outermost shell. Then come to sodium, 11. So, it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 6 and 3s1. This means it also has one electron in its outermost shell. So all the elements which are present in the first group, they all will have one valence electron. That is very important thing. I am going to tell you that all these elements, group number, that can tell us about the valency also. I have told you. Here all elements which are present in the first group, they have valence electron 1. Okay, they have one valence electron. In group number 2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium, they all have 2 electron in its outermost shell. Okay, this you can write 4. 4 means 1s2, 2s2. You can take the case of magnesium also. All will have the 2 electrons. Valence electron in second group, 2. Now come to 13th group. Aluminium you can take. Aluminium. It will have the configuration of neon, that is 10. Okay. Plus it will have how many electrons? 3 electrons in its valence shell. Okay. It will have 3 electrons in its valence shell. All the elements, it will also have 3 electrons in its valence shell. Gallium, indium, titanium, all will have 3 electrons in its valence shell. Now come to group 14. This will have, first I will write here 3 electrons in its valence shell. 14th group will have 4 electrons in its valence shell. 15th group will have 5 electrons in its valence shell. 16th group has how many? 6 electrons in its valence shell. 17th have 7 group in its valence shell. And 18th has 8 electrons in its valence shell. Is it clear to all of you? These are the number of the valence electrons. I'm not telling you about the valency. There is difference between the valency and the valence shell. So, valence electron, sorry. So, the number of the valence electron in the first group is 1, in the second group 2, in 13th group 3, in 14th group 4, and so on. Now, come to the valency. Come to the valency of the elements present in these groups. Here, there is 1 electron present in its outermost shell in first group elements. Okay? So, it will lose that loosely held 1 electron and acquire the configuration of nearest noble gas. These are the noble gases. Noble gases are the inert gases are most stable. Every element have a tendency to lose or gain the electrons to acquire noble gas configuration. So, elements of group 1, they will lose this 1 electron which is loosely held and acquire the nearest noble gas configuration. So, they are losing 1. When any element loses the electron, you write plus. Okay? So, it will be plus 1 valency of these elements. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium all have plus 1 valency. Now, come to the group 2 elements. So, what is the valency of these elements? That will be 2, because they can easily lose these 2 electrons and they can acquire the nearest noble gas configuration. So, it has valency of plus 2 because they are losing. Now, come to the group 13th element. They have 3 electrons in its outermost shell. Okay, so what will be the valency? They will lose these 3 electrons and they will acquire plus 3 valency. Okay, they will acquire plus 3. Okay, so the elements which are of 13th group, they have the valency plus 3. In the same way, the elements of group 14, they will have valency plus 4. Now, come to group 15. They have 5 electrons in its outermost shell. You will say that they will lose these 5 electrons. Okay, and they will acquire the nearest noble gas configuration. No, here they will gain 3 electrons. They want 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So, they will gain 3 electrons, and for gaining, you must know that for gaining, we use minus sign. For losing, we use plus sign, and for gaining, we use minus sign. So, here the valency will be minus 3. They will gain 3 electrons to acquire the noble gas configuration. In the same way, the group 16th elements, which are known as chalcogens, I have told you that they have 6 electrons. They will not lose these 6 electrons. They will gain 2 electrons. So, they will have the valency of minus 2. In the same way, group 17 elements, they will gain 1 electron and acquire -1 valency. What is the valency of group 18 elements? It's 0. They are very happy. They are stable, most stable elements. They are noble gases or inert gases, you can say. They are fully happy with their configuration. They will neither lose nor gain. So, two things I have told you about the valence electrons and about the valency. Valence electrons, I have told you, that will be according to the group number. You can say that they have this much valence electrons, but what is valency? That is the number of electrons lost or gained during the chemical reaction. Where this valency is used? Valency, you should know the valencies of the elements. First, you should know the names of the elements present in these groups. Okay, I have told you the simple method, how to remember it. It's very easy. It's not at all difficult. You will learn it when you will revise the things again and again. This will be on your tips. Okay, so what is the valency, or you can say what is the valence electrons? What is the trend in the valence electrons when we go from left to right? The valence electrons, the number that is increasing as we move from left to right in a period. This you can say, see, it has 1, 2, then valence electron 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 valence electrons. Thus, I have written valence electron. So, what is the trend of the valence electrons? The valence electrons that increases as we move from left to right in a period. Now, come to the group. What is the number of the valence electrons? It's increasing or decreasing? No, it is same. As we move from top to bottom in a group, then there is no change in the number of the valence electrons. This is the trend. I think the things, they are clear to all of you. You should know about the valency, then the valence electrons, and then I have told you that what is the valency of different elements present in group 1, 2 and then 13 to 18. So, with this, my topic about the valency explanation of this, that is finished. In my next video, I will take up some other property and tell you about the trends which are followed. For that, till then, thank you very much.